Welcome back to Insight, everyone. So, ladies, let's talk about the ways that we can make a difference within our community. I personally think, as women, we have a lot of work to do. And I think it begins at home by being a role model. If you have a daughter, or even if you have a son, by being a role model in your home, then you can expand that out into your community, whether it be in your church, whether it be, within the PTA at your child's school. What do you guys think?
I think that's true. And you know what? A good way to do that is to volunteer. There's a lot of groups that need volunteers. There's a lot of organizations that need people to help,
I agree.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree also. And as much as we've become so independent as a gender, women have become so independent and we'd like to be career women. Once we have children, their influence comes from their mother most of the time.
Yeah.
Because even though we're still working, we're still cooking, we're still cleaning, we're still with the children more than the men are. We still are, whether we'd like to admit that or not. And so if we're volunteering, I have a friend and he's a single father, and every Thanksgiving he makes his son volunteer at a soup kitchen. Every Thanksgiving, and he goes too, the two of them.
It's a great experience.
Yeah, it really, really is.
It's good. Have you done it before?
I never have.
I have.
No.
Not on Thanksgiving, but I have done it.
No.
A couple times.
I used to volunteer at a homeless shelter, but I never did a soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Where we're handing out food. We used to do like trash pickup and
I
a great
donated blankets. And
I personally benefited from volunteers in the community because I was a Girl Scout. And that's all volunteer effort. And were you a Girl Scout?
No, but I like the Girl Scouts, really positive. The cookies.
They've been selling them lately.
Yeah.
Been putting out on them.
Oh, me too.
They're so good. But yes, the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, that's a really big thing. And what made it work? Volunteers. It was all volunteers. All the mothers of those girls put in their time and their energy to make it something that would be good for us, would teach us, all sorts of
values,
everything.
working together,
going out and helping others. So that was something that I really benefited from.
I know
You're
when
not
I
the
was
first
in school.
person I've heard say that.
Yeah.
So I know.
With Girl Scouts?
Yeah, the Girl Scouts was great. It was great. Couldn't have been done if there weren't volunteers. People who were willing to put in their time for free.
Right.
For a good cause. Because if you think about it, the young people, in our community, they need guidance.
Right.
And they need to be shaped and molded into what's going to be our future. Because if not,
what do we have?
What do we have to look forward to?
I know in school we would volunteer with Meals on Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So what we would do, this was like back when I was in like high school, middle school, and what we would do is we would, have food drives and we would actually make the food, deliver it, and it was just great experience because you knew what you were doing would directly affect and impact people. And so you could meet people and it was just, nice interactions and know that you're really doing something good.
And it teaches you to give back.
Exactly.
At a young age, it instills that in you. It shows you that you take, but you also have to give back to the community.
Right.
In whatever way you can. Positively, of course.
Of course.
And I feel like you learn just as much volunteering as an adult. You learn just as much as when you're, maybe even sometimes more.
It's true. I disagree with you on that. I think the best is when you start young. You got to start it young. That's my opinion. I mean,
you can, you can start young, but if you never had or wasn't given the opportunity to start young,
true.
if it's not something your parents valued, you can start as an adult and still have the same,
still
if not
appreciate
more
it.
effect.
Absolutely. When I was a child, we did a lot of volunteer work, but it was never anything, I can't say it wasn't for the community. It was stuff for the school to raise money for band or for chorus or for drama or for whatever. But we never did any homeless shelter work. We never did anything soup kitchen or meals related, not growing up. When I became an adult and I went away to college, I joined a social service organization on campus, and we used to do all kinds of volunteer work. We would sell funnel cakes at football games and hot dogs at the baseball games and raise money. Yeah, we had a great time. And then the money that we earned, we would take and we'd go into the community, and for families who couldn't afford it, we'd replace windows and paint their houses, replace roofs.
That's great.
So as a child, I never had that experience of giving back to the community. And as a kid, I don't think I ever realized
The
importance
Right.
of my volunteering because
To give back.
absolutely. It
there are
wasn't
so
until
many-
I saw it face to face and I saw the families that I realized what we were doing.
And there are so many like organizations that you can join in order to be an effective part of your community. And this goes for men and women as well. The Boys and Girls Clubs in your community.
That's right.
The YMCA's need volunteers all the time as well. And I think unfortunately, some adults feel, well, I'm not a good role model. Like I do this and I do that.
But you can be.
And you can be, and you can learn how to be.
And you find that niche where you fit in.
Yeah, and some adults, that I've had conversations with, they learn just as much as they're teaching those children.
Absolutely.
And they want to be a good role model now because they know, there's someone looking up to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know at my college, volunteering was so important. We nearly had like it was almost like a holiday where everyone would just, Saturday morning, you wake up and there are just various places where they needed volunteers and you just sign up and go.
Yeah.
It was just the best
And
experience.
it's good that they require that in high school. I know that you need volunteer hours.
Right.
And that's something very special, very important. Because, there's some of those, some kids are like, I don't want to volunteer. That's nerdy. I don't want to do that.
Right.
It's not cool. But I guess in a way it kind of forces them, and you kind of see what it is.
You need to see the world. You need to just experience different.
And it's fun. It's
fun.
It is fun. At the end of the day, it is
time-
fun.
yeah,
It's fun.
Every time I've ever volunteered, I've
it's
always
fun.
had a good time.
It is fun and great, and you're helping and you feel great and all that. But I didn't like volunteering when I had to wake up for Habitat for Humanity at like 5:30 in the morning.
but
then you
Once you get there and you do it, but I'm, just being honest, communication. But at the end of the day, I didn't like waking up that early on a Saturday.
No.
Okay.
to go paint the houses, but I did it.
But think of
That's
how
what-
happy you made somebody.
Yeah.
So.
And you're with other people too.
Absolutely.
Jeez, ladies, I'm just saying. I did it.
It was fun.
Who says, ooh, let's wake up at 5:30,
To paint.
Exactly. Come on.
I know there's a lot of one thing I thought was very special. A hippotherapy treatment. It's where children with disabilities ride horses and volunteer there. It's great. It's wonderful. I loved it. I did it myself.
I would love to do that. That sounds terrific.
Yeah, it was very fun.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
Really?
Really?
I get very emotional with,
too.
so I don't.
I did
It is
too.
hard. It was tough, but
I get
you
very
learn to
emotional
pass that.
too, but I think I could hold it off to the end of the day.
Yeah.
Get in my car and
Well,
cry
ladies,
on the way home.
speaking of emotions, Fashion Week this season had a huge Asian influence. When we come back, we're going to get into that.